Hi guys, it's Miss Coker. Today we're going to be doing lesson 14 in our math. This is planned for Monday, May 4th. And so we are working on time to the nearest 5 minutes. We touched on this and talked about this on Friday. So we're just going to continue with what we have been working on. So we have a clock here, and we know that each number represents each number on the clock represents how many minutes. We say that it represents 5 minutes. So we can start counting by fives, starting on the 1. This is 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and it's really 60, but remember we're talking on the 12 that it looks like 00 on a digital clock. Remember, this is what we call an analog clock. You might have this in your kitchen. We definitely have one in the classroom. The digital clocks that you would see are like on your mom or dad's phone or iPad, alarm clocks and things like that. So anyway, each number on the clock represents 5 minutes. So we talked about how many fives does it take to get all the way around the clock. Well, there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So there are, starting at the 12 with 0 minutes, you go all the way around, and it is 60 minutes once you get back to the 12, because there are 60 minutes an hour. There are 60 seconds. There is a second hand sometimes on a analog clock that goes around. There are 60 seconds in a minute as well. So 1 hour equals 60 minutes, so we can say it's a new hour. Now, we're going to show some times on our clock. Remember from the other day that we had the minute hand, which is the longer hand, and you have the hour hand, which is the shorter hand. And what we're going to do with this is, remember, with this, you're going to look at your hour hand first. Okay, no matter what time it is, always look at the hour hand first to be able to tell what hour it is, and then you can look at the minute hand to be able to tell what the minute is. Okay, so I'm going to keep with the same colors that we used last time with the purple and the red, but I'm going to set my clock. Okay, I'm going to set my clock right now. There's my clock. Okay, so how many minutes have passed? Well, here we're going to look at how many minutes have passed before we write our time. So our minute hand is pointed to the 1, which is 5 minutes has passed what hour? 4. So we can say the hour hand is on the 4. I'm going to move this over a little bit so you can see. 4. Remember, we put a colon right there for the digital time. And then we're not going to put 4, 1. We're going to put it actually 4:05. Okay? So it is 5 minutes past 4, so 4:05. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, so the next one, we're just going to go 5 minutes later. And we're going to look at the hour again. The hour's still on that 4. And it's now on the 2, but we're not going to put 4:02. We're going to put 4 what? 10. That's 10 minutes past 4. Okay, still on the 4 for the hour, and it's on the 3, but we don't put 4:03, we put 4 what? Put 4:15. So 15 minutes past 4, a quarter after 4, because we've talked about how it's a quarter after. You could say it that way. You could say 4:15, 15 minutes after 4, or a quarter after 4. Okay, moving on. On an analog clock, the hour hand would start moving a little bit past the 4 at this point, but it's still in the hour 4. The minute hand is on the 4, which makes it 4:20. Notice again, we're going 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, the minute hand is now passing the 4. So it's still in the hour 4, but the minute hand is pointed onto the 5. But it's really 4:25 because you see on here that I've written the 25 on here. you have the hour hand is still on the hour, still on the 4. And you now are on the 6, which makes that 4:30. You could say 4:30. You could say 4:30 as well. Okay. The 4, or the hour hand is still just, it's now passing the 4, but it has just still passed it. So we're still in between these two numbers. And we're always going to go to the lower number right there, or the hour that has just passed, which is the 4. And it's on the 7, which makes it 4:35. Keep going. Okay. So here you could have it on the 4 still, and it's on the 8, which makes that 4:40. Or 20, you have 20 more minutes until the next hour. You could say 20 minutes till 4. That's what you could say. Okay. Here it's going to the 9. It is still in the hour of 4. And it's on the 9, but it's 4:45. It is also called, not only called 4:45, it's called 1/4 till 5 because that'll be the next hour it goes to. So you could say that. Or 15 minutes till 4, or 15 minutes till 5. Okay. Still in the hour of 4. It's on the 10, which makes that 4:50, or 10 minutes till 4. Then you have 4:55. So, are we at 5 o'clock yet? No, we're not at 5 o'clock yet. We still have 5 more minutes in this hour. So it is 4:55 or 5 minutes till 4. Okay, so it's not 5 o'clock yet. So we've talked about how that is 5 minutes till 5, or it's 4:55. And we talked about how many more minutes there is until the next hour. So if we did 5 more minutes, then that hour hand would then be on the 5, and the minute hand would be on the 12, but we don't put 5:12, and we don't put 5:60 or 4:60, we put 5 o'clock, just like that. Okay? So now we're at 5 o'clock. All right, so we're going to put another one on here, another time. I'm going to show it to you. Okay. There we go. Okay, so what time is this? I want you to turn and talk to your mom or dad, whoever's watching this video with you, brother or sister. Turn and talk to them about what time this is. Okay. Now, remember what I said. Look at your hour hand, or your hour hand first. So the hour has just passed what number on the clock? It has passed the 7. Okay? And the minute hand is on the 7 too. Okay? So we're going to go back and look at our clock, and we could count it this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So that's 7:35. Okay? So you can count them by 5, starting at the 1, to figure out what time it is to the nearest 5 minutes. Okay? So I want us to look at our problem set for today, because that is something similar to what you're going to be doing for your work. This is the first part of it. It tells you to fill in the missing numbers. So I'm going to work on this. And it looks like from 60 to 55 to 50, they're going up or down? They're going down. So we're going to go down, counting by 5s. So they have 60, 65, 50, then something, and then 40. So 40, and if you want to go back, you could figure it out. 40, 50, 55, 60. So what went right here? 45. Okay? So what was before 40 when counting by 5s? If you want to figure it out, you could go by to 20 and then count by 5s from there. 20, 40. So 20, what comes next? 25, then 30, then 35. Okay? So down here, you have 20. You don't have anything else, but we're counting by fives, or counting downwards by fives. So, sorry, that's my cat meowing. So you could go down by fives, which would be 15, and then 10, then 5, and then a 0. Okay, so now we're going to fill in the missing numbers on the face of the clock. So let's do that now. Let's do our hours. I know, Sabin. So this is 12, or I'm really not sure. It's 12. So we're going to put in there, put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we're just going to put a big old 12 because that's the hour on the hour hand. That's the 12 on the top on the clock. Okay? Then you can go ahead and put the minutes beside it if you would like to, like I've been doing, like our clock has it in our room, if you remember. That might help you as a visual. Remember, we're counting by fives. Okay? And that's all you have to do on this one. Okay? So it tells you to show the minutes. So that's what I would have, this is how I would have filled this out. Okay, the next one. It says to draw the hour and minute hand, okay, on the clocks to show the correct time. Now, if you have purple and red markers or purple and red crayons, or purple and red coloring pencils, you can use that. If not, you can just use regular pencils, and that is fine. Just remember, your minute hand is longer. Your minute hand is longer than your hour hand. So make sure they're two different sizes, okay? So this one says 3:05. So we're going to put a hour hand right here on the 3, pointing to the 3. And the 5 is not going to go pointing to the 5. Remember, it's 3:05. So this is 0 and then 5 minutes. So your minute hand would go here. Okay, we'll do one more. Let's do this one down here. Let's do 6:55. So our hour hand is going to point at a little past the 6 because it's almost 7 o'clock. Okay, so put it between the 6 and the 7. And then you can go 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. And you put that minute hand on the 11. Okay, you're going to do the rest by yourself with that. Then down here, all you're going to tell me is the time using a digital clock format. So look at your hour hand first. Remember, that's your hour hand is right here, and it would just pass the 7, so it's an hour of 7. And the minute is right here, and it's pointed to the 5, but it's not 7:05 or 7:05. Remember, we start on the 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's 7:25. Okay? Here, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to look at the hour, and then you're going to write the minutes. Okay? And that is today's work. Well, that's for problem set. So I want us to look at today's work. I'm sorry, I got confused. I thought this is what y'all would be doing. This is not. This is what an example, but we're going to go over what y'all are going to be doing just now. All right, so yours looks like this, right? So you're going to fill in the missing numbers up at the top. You're going to start at a 0 and count by 5s all the way over. Here, as you notice, you're not going up like you are on the first one. The first one you're going up. Here, 45-40, 25-10, you're going down. So you'll have to start at a higher number and end at a lower number. Here, you can fill in the minutes on the clock, just like we did on the other paper. Here, you're going to draw the minute hands. All you got to do the minute hands. So remember, your minute hands were the red long ones, okay? So it's it already has your hour, 3, okay, for the hour hand. You already have the 3, then you put 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So your long hand will go longer than your hour hand. And that's what you're going to do on those. Now this one, you're going to draw the hour hands. And this time, remember, your hour hands are shorter. Okay? They're shorter. So you're going to have the 12, 30. The 30 is already done for you. The minute hand has already been done for you. You have to do the 12, which means, oops, see, I just told you not to do that. So this is why we do pencil. But anyway, just pretend it was a very short hand, but that's where it goes, right there. 10 o'clock, or 10, 10, and the minute hand is on the 10, on the 2 for the 10, and then your short hand, or your hour hand, sorry, will go to the 10. And then you do your hour hand on the next one. Now you're going to draw the hour and minutes. Remember, your hour needs to be short, and your minute hand needs to be longer. And you're going to be doing those as well. Then you're going to tell me what time it is. You're going to look at your hour hand first, and then your minute hand second. Remember, your minute is not going to be a 7. You got to count by 5, starting at that 1 until you get to the 7. Same with this one. You give me the hour and then the minute. And remember, it's not 10:1, it's 10 what? 05. Okay? So, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Look at this video again. You can look at the Embark videos or the Embark Google Slides for more help as well. But again, if you need my help, you are more than welcome to contact me. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day.